more powers who can ruin your life. Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Jillian said, trust no man. Kate said, try women instead. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the canon forgot all the tension, all the heat, all the looks? We saw it, we felt it, we paused it, we yelled it. She saved the world, but wrecked our brain. She raised the dead and sparked our flame. She wasn't loud, but she was loud, and I was saying it proud. That's so Sapphic.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of That's So Sapphic.
I'm Alexi Melvin.
And I'm Jane Postlethwaite. In this episode, we've got a very special theme for you. We're doing Kelly Clarkson.
Somebody who has been in the Sapphic news consistently lately.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was appropriate.
We thought it was appropriate, thought it was time. And yes, I hope you've been enjoying our other episodes as well. If you haven't listened to them or watched them, go back. We are videoing now as well, which we didn't anticipate that our podcast was going to be videoed. So now we're going to try and make more eye contact.
Yes, eye contact. I mean, we are lesbians. That's the awkward eye contact is very prominent in our community.
Really hard. So yeah, I'm back from Edinburgh. I've had a couple of weeks away. And I'm back and I'm ready to record some new episodes. While I was in Edinburgh, I picked up a little something because it reminded me of this podcast. So we're going to introduce you all to our podcast pickles. Oh, they're so cute.
We came all the way from Edinburgh. I was so excited when and we decided to give them very appropriate names because they are podcast pickles, but they're Sapphic podcast pickles. So do you want to introduce yours first?
Mine is Pickle Plaza or Plaza Pickle. I can't remember which way around.
That doesn't matter. Mine is Paulson the podcast pickle.
Yeah. I love them because they're on the shelf and they just reminded me of you and me. Just side-eyeing constantly.
It's uncanny.
It is. So I got mine, and then I was like, I have to go back and get yours.
I know. I fell in love the second I saw yours, and I was just so thrilled. And then she got here.
We just took them in like that, side eye in.
Yes. If you're not watching right now, I have her tucked into my shirt, and she is looking up at me very disapproving in a approving manner.
Mine's tucked into my sweaty cleavage as well.
Yeah.
She's like, why? So you'll see these often on our little podcast. I'm going to put mine up here, I think. So she's always there, just side-eyeing in the back.
Yeah, I love that.
Because that's mine and Alexi's favourite exercise is the eye roll side-eye.
Yes, that is feedback that I've heard about myself, and I embrace it.
We're embracing the side-eye. Bring it back. Hashtag side-eye. So you mentioned that you want to do Kelly Clarkson, and obviously I agreed. So it'd be quite interesting, I think, to get your perspective on her, because we don't have the Kelly Clarkson show over here. Right.
But I imagine you did. I mean, American Idol was still a thing over there, right?
I don't think I don't know if we had American Idol.
Did we have your own version of it?
Yeah, we had our own version of it. We might have had a bit of American and then it did the UK version, but I can't remember it because she's about the same age as me. So when she was on that, I probably wasn't watching her on there. I think the way she's famous in the UK is from that "What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger" song. I think that was a huge hit. Yeah,
she's had many bangers that went international, but
that was the top banger that went on your playlist when you've just dumped someone or they've dumped you. Like it's the breakup playlist to like sing along in the car screaming the lyrics to, which I'm sure I did many a time.
Before we dive totally into Kelly Clarkson, did you want to talk about your lesbian encounter, your very sort of famous lesbian encounter in Edinburgh?
We can discuss that. So in Edinburgh, everybody's just for the month. They go up in August and they do shows every day or for a limited run. So I was doing a limited run. So thank you if you're listening and you came to see me. It was really nice to have you in the audience. Hope you enjoyed the show. But yes, I think it's only the third night I was there, and my friend had tickets to see Rosie O'Donnell, and we got there a bit early to the venue, and we were sat on these sofas, and there was a couple sat across from us, and then another girl was on the extra sofa, and then she left, and then the man moved to the sofa near to us. Anyway, the man turns out to be Rosie's brother. So we've been talking to him for about 20 minutes, and then I said, oh, you're going to see Rosie? Because he was American. He's like, yeah, I'm her brother. And he like pulls the face, and it's the same face as Rosie. It's
Oh,
funny.
cute.
They look the same. Anyway, I went to the toilet, came back. My friend had wangled us to meet Rosie. He'd offered, like, do you want to meet her? And we're like, yes, please. So we got introduced to people as we were cousins to get the good seats. So these are our cousins, O'Donnell cousins. Okay. And then we were introduced to other people as our new friends. So the show was incredible. It was really, really heartfelt. I cried about 4 times. If you get to go see it, go see it. It's really good. And at the end, we all waited around, and yes, she came out, and her brother introduced me as, this is Jane. She's another lesbian comedian. This is her friend who works with autistic children. So I think she shook my friend's hand first, and then she shook my hand. And I, like, winked at her like a long, like I'm kind of having a stroke, but not, but like.
This kind of ties into the Kelly Clarkson thing, because
exactly,
you Kelly Clarkson winked Rosie O'Donnell. That's iconic.
But I was doing it, and I was thinking, this is mortifying. And it like stayed longer than it should, like I had a condition. Like it
I'm sure it just felt that way. It felt like it lasted a full 20 minutes when really it was like a normal wink.
And then we kind of like, so we're looking at, hi, really nice to meet you. And then she's like, when's your show on? My friend's like, oh, she's doing a show, and it's not 3:00, and it's here. And I'm like, no, it's newmaterial.com. It's fine. You don't have to come. Honestly, don't come to my show. So she says to her assistant, can you take the flyer? And what time is it? 3:00. Okay, we're coming to see your show. So bear in mind, I'd done my show once because on the Saturday, and that was Saturday night. And the show is New Material.
Yeah.
I've never worked so fast on a show in my entire life. I got home and I was like scribbling in the morning. I spent 3 hours going through the script just in case she turned up. Spoiler, she didn't turn up, but it gave me the fire under me to edit my show into really good condition.
I think she probably knew that. That's why she said it. You know, I mean, she's a busy woman, but she thought it would help.
Yeah,
you know, boost
I think.
And...
But we left. And my friend was like pushing it. So our assistant got my flyer and put it in her handbag. And then we kind of said goodbye to everyone, and we were kind of back out on the street, and we just could not stop laughing because I was like, I winked at Rosie O'Donnell. Like and now she's coming to see my show, and we just laughed for 25 minutes because it was so surreal and like so overwhelming. But she did go and see a lot of shows. I think she stayed within her venue, the Gilded Balloon. There was a lot of shows there, so she kind of stayed within that. So my show was kind of the other side of town and down a bit. So if she had been on the schedule, it would have been out of her schedule. But
I think that just means she needs to come on the podcast.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I mean, she owes you one, really.
Yeah. And then I secretly took like a video of her walking behind me.
Yeah, that was funny. I saw that.
Because we said goodbye to everyone, and we walked out of one door, then they walked out the other door, so they were just behind us. You know, when you already said goodbye, and then they're behind.
Yeah.
Like, hi, okay, hi, bye. But to keep it together, we got outside, and we were belly laughing so hard because I was just mortified at how I'd behaved.
No, I'm sure it was great.
She's in Dublin now, and she's a lot of supporting a lot of female comedians and LGBTQ plus comedians. So I'd already been tipped off that I should be going to Dublin and doing some comedy there. So that's on my list. But yeah, what a story to tell. And obviously
Yeah.
my parents were like, who? Who did you
Oh my
meet?
gosh.
So I had to tell my dad,
I
and then he
mean,
was like watching her videos for 3 days afterwards. But I treated every day at the Fringe as if Rosie O'Donnell was turning up, and that's how you should approach your career in
that's really good
comedy.
advice. Treat every day like, one of your biggest inspirations is about to roll in,
Could you imagine like just me on stage and every now and then just like you just like that one?
I think you should. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I know people because the Fringe is kind of finishing up now, and someone had Tina Fey turn up to their show. I was a little
Oh,
bit
wow.
jealous. I will say I was a little bit jealous. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, that's inspiration to keep going. I mean, I've always wanted to do a show at Edinburgh Fringe. I don't know. I've played around with things and
yeah.
ideas before, but I think, I mean, we've spoken about this before, but we should do some sort of like a live
We would like
podcast.
to do a live, we're going to manifest this now. We're going to speak it into the universe. We want to do a live podcast show.
Yeah.
So if you listen to this podcast, please tell all of your friends to support us and listen to the podcast and follow it on Spotify and follow us on Instagram. And then we can make it happen. If we can get the numbers, we'll make it happen. We can fill a
Oh, we'll make it
room.
happen.
Yeah. Even if it was just 40 people, it would be such a lovely little show to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And like we've said, there's no end to the topics
no,
and the people you talk about I mean, and you never, clearly with the Rosie O'Donnells and the Tina Feys, you never know what special guests might show up.
we can get special guests. Yeah. We'll get a good venue. I think I've said this before on this podcast, but I love old theatres. So if it could be in an old theatre as well, that would just be a dream.
Yeah.
But Edinburgh is amazing. I was secretly hoping, because I kind of floated the idea with you, I was like, why don't you just get on a plane? I was like, I wonder,
Yeah.
kind of like looking up a comment, but it was so ridiculous because there's Edinburgh Fringe on, which it cost thousands of pounds. And then Oasis did 3 gigs. So town was packed. And I think hotels started at £250 a night, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it
One
would have
day. I mean,
been
hopefully.
like, even if you'd come for a few days, it would have been about £3,000.
Yeah. Hopefully next time. It's been on
Next
my
time.
bucket list to go. So
Yeah.
maybe, with a little bit more advance notice,
Yeah. So
we
they're
can make it
like, just
happen.
get on a plane. Like, say, just get on a plane.
I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm never like totally opposed to the, showing up spontaneously. But,
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, we did look into it. It would have been nice to hang out. But I was like, well, when we do hang out in Edinburgh, I know where I'm going to take you, where we're going to visit.
yeah,
So, yeah, you were there in spirit and the little pickle.
obviously, yeah. With my spirit was in the podcast pickle was,
Do you want to talk about your celebrity run-ins as well, please? Because everyone
yeah.
wants to know.
Are we talking about Lady Gaga? Am I forgetting any others?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I feel like that is so crazy. We haven't recorded one since that happened,
No,
huh?
so we recorded pre-Edinburgh and pre-Jamie Lee Curtis because
Yeah.
the t-shirt we didn't. Well, I was sure the t-shirt would arrive in time, but we didn't know whether it was going to arrive in time.
Yes.
But I did all of the prayers and manifesting to get it there on time, and
Yes.
it pulled off. It pulled off exactly the way you envisioned it to. So yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, we definitely manifested that. So I got to go to the New York premiere of Freakier Friday. And if you haven't gone to see it yet, it's incredible. It is nostalgia joy. Like,
Yeah.
Sequels are usually like, I don't know a whole lot of sequels that I adore as
Yeah.
much as the first film. And I do with this one. It gave me exactly what I needed. Jamie Lee and Lindsay Lohan are incredible. It's like heartwarming. It's amazing. So anyway, I got to go to that. I was very lucky.
She
Jamie Lee Curtis.
invited you. She invited you.
Jamie Lee
didn't she? Let's
Curtis.
not smooth over
Yeah.
that. You were handpicked.
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis invited me to come, which was wild on its own. And, I was happy to be there. I didn't really have any expectations when it came to like seeing her, but, she kind of dropped a hint that like, yeah, we'll make it happen. I'll see you. I was like, okay, sure. I didn't know like it's a screening, it's a premiere. I'm like, how are you gonna, zero in on me, and all this and this crowd of, adoring fans. But yeah, I got there, and it wasn't, it was like the size of like a large movie theater. Maybe it wasn't like, the giant world premiere like there was in LA. But I got there, and there was like a little, there's a red carpet set up, and it was like all inside. And I saw her immediately. She was on the red carpet. She was doing press interviews. The rest of the cast was there. It was very cool. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just like linger around here a bit. People were like starting to trickle into the movie theater, but I was like, I'm going to hang out here. So I started to take some like video of myself with the red carpet in the background, and she sees me in that moment and like throws up a peace sign to like video bomb my video. I was like, no way. So I turned around, and she like was like, hi. And she like waved. And I was like, oh my God. So I let her, finish doing her thing. And after she was done, I was kind of standing near her hair and makeup people, who are fantastic, and I kind of made friends with them earlier in the evening. But she finished her interviews, and there was a bunch of people kind of crowding around the end of the red carpet. But I heard her say, "Excuse me, I'm just going to make a hole here because I just need to get to my friend." And I was like,
friend.
"Am I the friend? Like, am I the friend? What?" But I could see her looking directly at me, so I was like, "No way! Oh my God, I'm the friend." So she literally parted a crowd to get to me, and she gave me the biggest, most nurturing hug I've ever had in my life. And it's just like, when you think of Jamie Lee Curtis hugs, like, I can't describe to you. It exceeded all expectations. And I like almost started crying. It was amazing. So she's one of the best humans on planet Earth. I very much needed it in that moment of time. Like, I was, going through it a bit. She's amazing. So, we talked, and, we got a little TikTok and got some photos and the shirt, and it worked out better than I could have imagined. I really she's just an incredible human being.
Yeah, she looks like she's got an amazing energy. Because I said to you as well, I watched the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills episode where she's Kyle's showing everyone her charity things. It's a really fun little 15-minute scene. But she treats Kyle like her daughter. She's like, she just looks so loving. Yeah, I would love a Jamie Lee Curtis hug.
Yeah, she's got a maternal energy about her, but she's also very daddy. So I love that balance. I love the balance. She's got it all. She's the whole package.
She is. She's fantastic. There's actually in the pandemic, I started doing these photographs of replicas of fashion shoots. I think it was 2000. And one of the ones I did was it's her doing an impression of her mum, who was obviously in Psycho, the shower scene, screaming.
Yeah.
So I did one in front of it. I should, when it's Halloween, I should get you to like DM her and be like, look at this. So I did my hair and put like a pretend tile behind me, and I'm holding the laptop with the picture on of her screaming at her mum. Yeah, I'll show you it. But I couldn't tag her, or I could tag and it wouldn't.
Yeah. We should also mention that the shirt that you were so eager to get to me said "Gay for Jamie Lee Curtis."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can get.
We should mention that part. I just assume people have seen it at this point. Yeah.
It says "Gay for Jamie Lee Curtis." Jamie Lee Curtis has seen it and approved it.
Loved. Yes. Everybody was obsessed with the shirt. Like, people were coming up to me saying that shirt is amazing. I was like, I know.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, so go to sohilarious.com if you want your Gay for Jamie Lee Curtis or one of the others iconic women.
One of the many others, yes.
So yeah, and then this weekend as well?
I went to Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Which, obviously she is a queer icon across the board. It was incredible. And I'd never seen her. And I've been a fan for like 18 years and somehow just never lined up that I, was able to see her. And finally the stars aligned, and it was probably the best concert I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible.
I like the way she did the movie, and then she kind of did a couple of movies, and she kind of like went away and then just came back with this killer album. And
this is my favorite album.
Yeah, I think Yeah, mine as well. So I think it was like being creative as well. Like it's quite good to just go away and then come back with stuff.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
can like do stuff in the background and then present it. I
Yeah,
think be like Lady Gaga and work on your craft and then present it when it's ready.
yeah.
Ta-da! Like where the hell did this come from? So I don't think anyone was expecting it. I wasn't expecting it. And
I
then
mean, she does. I'm just always sort of, I expect to be surprised by her, but
everything.
she's one that, she enjoys the sexual activity with women, as she has said.
Hmm.
Love that for her. But there's celebrities, there are female celebrities that I'm just like sad that they wound up with a man. And I think that's okay. I think they would understand that,
Yeah.
I think they understand. I think they would understand when lesbians are like, oh, all right, well,
And we've got photo proof as well that she was staring down Alexi. So there we go.
I still think I'm a little bit delulu on that, but there were a couple of clips
I'm
that I was
supporting
like,
it. I am supporting this because you're
yeah,
tall, so you would have stood out, and everyone saw your outfit, so that would have made you stand
my
out as
outfit was
well.
good. I went with like leather jacket. I wound up taking it off like it was hot, but
Did your little
it was
like corsety top on though? That
it was like
was
a corsety kind of
yeah.
like bodysuit top. Yes, I think so. Anyway, like yeah, if it worked, great, love that. Um, I'll repost on my stories that you can be the judge. Was she looking at me? Am I delusional? Either way, I'm going to tell myself that she was.
I think she was for sure. As I said earlier, Kelly Clarkson wasn't really on my radar. I've seen that she has her own show because sometimes she wears things that are a little bit similar to Drew Barrymore. They kind of play with the blazer and the
Hmm.
wide leg trouser and the shirt. Out of nowhere comes the tattoo. No, it wasn't the tattoo song, was it? It was.
It's Your Love, originally sung by The Outfield. And I think she had done some songs prior to that that were kind of verging Sapphic, or maybe it was like a Chapel Roan here and there, or a
Hmm.
Fletcher. I can't remember what came first, but she had done some where the Sapphics were kind of raising an eyebrow, right? But then she did this. So she does a thing, for context. She does a thing called karaoke.
Hmm.
So during, on her talk show, she'll do a segment where she's singing. She's just doing covers of songs, and they're incredible because she's just spectacularly talented. So she did "Your Love" by The Outfield, and well, first of all, there's a lyric that says, I like my girls a little bit older."
Oh yeah.
And that alone would have sent lesbian TikTok into the stratosphere. But she chose to add a wink. She added a wink on that lyric in particular. And everybody's like, "Well,
Yeah.
she always winks. The wink is her thing." Okay, but that lyric, she did it on that lyric.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah. She has really good PR. As I feel like she's had a hard time with the divorce and obviously tragedy quite recently. I feel like her PR were like, let's do something for Kelly, but also the lesbians. Let's give her some love from a
I don't
community.
know. I don't know that they really anticipated the magnitude
I did.
of the response. But it holy wow. And I did post the first reaction video
Hmm.
to it that went viral,
Yep.
at least to my knowledge.
Yep.
And then Whitney Cummings wound up, if you don't know Whitney Cummings, she's an incredible comedian.
Comedian. Yeah.
She went on the talk show and she brought it up. And it was hilarious because she was basically speaking for all of us. I I can't I can't even remember. I think I just did another reaction video to that.
Yes.
And then Whitney commented and messaged, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, you were the reason I brought it up. You were the video that I saw." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay, that's fun." So that was very surreal.
Yeah. Because I think
Um
I think because obviously you get it the night before, so it was the day after, and I can't remember what. I did a couple of videos with the reference, yeah, and they just took off because everyone was like, oh my God." I
yeah.
think mine was like coming out from behind a boulder or something, saying lesbians everywhere coming out of hiding to watch Kelly Clarkson or something. And they
Yeah.
were like something very countrified. But yeah, it was the wink. And like you say, it says She said in an interview, "Oh, I've always been doing the wink, or the wink is just to connect with my fans." But yeah, we saw it, we felt it.
And it just sort of speaks to, obviously it makes us wonder, do you like your girls a little bit older? But also so many of, especially our, audience and our sort of community, we do like our girls a little bit older. And we're like, yes, like we feel seen by that song suddenly.
Yeah.
Because it's being, sung by Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. And then from there, Jennifer Beals, who played Bette Porter on The L Word,
Yes.
went on the show and she brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
And this was after Kelly was just sort of pouring on the compliments about Jennifer and how sexy her voice was, which she walked right into that. Kelly walked right into that. But Jennifer was like, "Thank you, and I hear you like your women older or something."
Yeah, a little bit older.
And everybody died. It's just like, that was a stroke of genius. The way she said it, how she presented it. Kelly went bright red and like doubled over. So it's just like, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
And then she did the most iconic of iconic lesbian songs. She did the tattoo song, All the Things She Said.
She did all the things she said, which,
I think it was quite
what's that?
quickly. I think it's the week after or something, wasn't it? Or a
She,
few weeks after.
they kept coming. They kept coming. It was soon after. And, it's a little, I guess, a little controversial for some people because, Tattoo, sort of famously not queer and kind of queer baited. And like, okay, do we wish we had real Sapphic singing songs like that? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But did I support Kelly singing it? Yes, I did. I'm not ashamed to say that I fully supported Kelly covering that song.
Yeah, because I mentioned it in a previous episode that I went to Top of the Pops and saw Tattoo live. No chemistry whatsoever.
Right. And that's manipulation to a degray,
Yeah.
for sure. But also, I mean, Kelly also does not identify as queer, but we love it.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody complaining about that.
That's the thing I told you earlier about people commenting on our TikToks. So the moment I'm doing the Aubrey and Margaret, there's so many interviews when I've got to react to this. And people are just so angry, like, oh, they're queer baiting and they're not really queer. I'm like, that's not really the point of my video. My video is just their actions are sending us Saphics, us lesbians, into a bit of a tizzy. They don't have to be gay to do, like, they just being them is doing that. And it's my opinion. It's my reaction to that.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know anybody's experience. We don't know their life. Yeah. And I get a little annoyed with people who are coming into my comments saying like, either, well, one of two things, either like, she's not queer. Yeah. We should be highlighting queer people. Yeah. Or she's going to come out, right? You shouldn't be saying either thing because number one, like, we appreciate women, period. Yeah. And if they're giving off energy that is attractive and magnetic and makes us gay panic, we're going to post about it, right? Like, it doesn't matter how they identify. And also it's problematic to say like, yeah, she's totally queer. She's about to come out, because that may be true. That may not be true. None of it is our business, And in the case of Aubrey Plaza, I do remember interviews where she has said that she is attracted to women or that she identifies as, and this was years ago, and I don't claim to know how she identifies now, but, I have heard that she, in some capacity, is, fluid. So again, to assume, somebody's experience is just, why are we doing that?
And of course we want more queer actresses, doing these parts, but at the moment, we'll take what we can get. I'll take what I can get.
And we are just human beings learning about ourselves and evolving, and we don't know. We thought that, who just came out recently, Anna Camp from Pitch Perfect, right? Mm-hmm. We thought that she was super straight. Now she is with a super androgynous younger woman. Like, work. That's awesome. We don't know. Like, we shouldn't claim to know how somebody's going to identify tomorrow, the next day. Like, we don't know.
But in the meantime, we can appreciate them as women and for their talent, and that's okay.
Yeah. And like, again, Kelly Clarkson factors into this because yeah, she's dropping a lot of Sapphic vibes, a lot of hints, a lot of things that are driving us wild in the best way. And if it's just because it's bringing us joy and she's feeding into that, I'll take it.
I'll take it
You know,
too. Yes, please.
yes,
Um,
please, more of that.
the outfits as well, because she had a black suit on, I believe, and I was Googling her different suits, but she has some incredible outfits. With
Yeah.
the suit, the black tie, stunning. Absolutely
Yeah. Yeah.
stunning.
And now she's doing a Vegas residency. So, of course, a lot of the lesbians have been showing up and I've been tagged in a lot of things lately. And apparently she signed a lesbian's boobs.
Oh.
I don't know if that would be my choice. Like, but I love that she responded to the gesture. Like we all love boobs, right?
Yeah.
Um, so
Wait till
that's
we
fun.
do Edinburgh and everyone's lining up like, please.
I think so. I expect it. I expect that. People asking me to sign their boobs. That's been sort of like if you see like the end goal, that's
Is
probably
it? That's
what
when you know you've peaked.
I think so.
Um,
I think that'll be it.
so as an English person asking an American person, has Kelly always been in the public eye, or did she won American Idol and did she disappear, or she always kind of been there in the background?
Yeah. I mean, she it was the first season of American Idol,
Oh, okay.
which was potentially the best one. I don't know. I stopped watching after a few
Mm,
seasons,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, she had it. Everybody knew she had it. And it was consistent. Yeah. I can't say that I remember any number of years where she was just she kind of disappeared. I think she's always been sort of
Mm.
churning out some
Oh,
bangers. Like,
yeah.
like I said earlier, like she kind of taps into the feminine, like, kind of feminine rage, but also it's like it's pop.
Mm.
It's this really cool balance that um, not a lot of female artists could pull off, especially back then in like the early 2000s. So I mean, she was on everybody's playlist.
Mm. Still is. Still
Still is.
is.
She's
So how do you know how long she's been doing her show?
I think her gosh, I don't know. Her talk show. And it's funny, I went to that, so I'll talk
Oh,
about that.
yes, please tell us about that.
And I didn't realize he was in New York, actually. Most of them are. I should have known.
Yeah.
Um, so when did it come out? It's been 6 seasons now. I think so 2019 was the
Mm.
first season, which I guess she would have been doing a lot of virtual shows during COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 2019, and she's great. She's a great host. She's very charismatic. Yeah, it's always like sort of her and the Drew Barrymore show. I love seeing clips from the
Mm.
both of them.
They're always on my
Um,
algorithm,
yeah,
surprisingly.
yeah.
Wonder
I
why.
mean,
Hmm.
yeah, weird. Uh, so I wound up going to one of the recordings
Yes.
fairly recently. It was maybe like a month ago, a month and a half.
Really?
Yeah, and I got to go with Tracy Gilchrist, who's the holding space.
Yes. Hold in space. Tracy, we love
Yeah,
you. We know you
yeah,
listen. She follows me as well. Love you,
we love
Tracy.
Tracy.
Love you.
Love her. So I got a little video with Tracy, like at the Kelly Clarkson show, and she was holding my finger, obviously. So yeah, it was great. And let's see, I think Sydney Sweeney was a guest, which she's a little bit controversial at the moment, but
Mm.
the Doobie Brothers randomly. It was an interesting mix of guests, but it was I don't know if you've ever been to a talk show taping. Have you?
Not a talk show, only kind of like Top of the Pops where they're ushering the crowd and telling you when
Yeah.
to applause and when to scream and
It's kind of like that, but it's a very intimate
yeah.
space. So
Yeah.
it's really, which you don't really expect because it looks like a much bigger,
Mm.
audience when it's being filmed. But it's cool because you're like right there with her,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, what is she going to sing for karaoke? And I had to leave a little early, which makes it even
Ah.
gayer because I was dating somebody long distance at the time and I had to go catch a flight immediately after this taping. So I was like, damn, I'm going to miss karaoke.
Oh.
What if it's going to be like Chapel Roan, or she does something super gay? What I then found out though is she records it separately,
Right. Yeah.
so she doesn't actually record it when you're there
Yeah.
live. So I'm like, okay, I didn't miss it, thank God. But yeah, it was great. She's very professional. Like
Mm.
she doesn't mess around, which is boss energy. Which was obviously my crush was amplified after that. I was like,
Do you
okay.
know what the song she did sing in the episode you watched?
I don't remember. I'll have to ask Tracy what it was. I remember she told me, but I forgot. It wasn't like a Chaperone. It wasn't a queer song, I don't think.
Does she wink in all of her songs?
No, I don't think she winks in all of her songs.
She does it so well. Like, it's not like me who looks like I'm having like a seizure.
I have the urge to wink fairly often, like, because I feel like I'm a flirty person in general. So like, I'll have the urge, but then I really second guess myself because I'm like, I got to work on this. I have to work on it because it really has to come across. Like, you can really mess it up.
Oh yeah, I know.
You don't know how it looked when you winked at Rosie O'Donnell. It could have looked great. You don't know that. You didn't see yourself.
Oh God. And then my friend was like, oh, you wink doing your stand-up. I was like, do I? I didn't even realize. And I think I do now and then. I'll give like a little like especially if it's a dark joke, I'll just wink after it, I think.
So you resonate with Kelly more than you realized.
Yeah, we're like this. Me and
Kel.
Cal.
You're the Kelly Clarkson of lesbian comedians.
Everyone's like, Jane's winking. Is she okay? Like, does she need help? With Kelly, like, oh my God, it's so sexy and subtle, and it's just like, ugh, and I am not.
Yeah, I mean, the art of the wink is, I mean, some people just have it. Some people are born with it.
Yeah, born with it. Kelly was born
with it. They might practice it all the time, and we just don't know. But yeah.
Oh, to be born with it.
Couldn't be me.
So me and Alexi are curious, what is your favorite Kelly Clarkson cover or song? Tell us in the comments on Instagram or Spotify. Yeah, which one
was the most? Which one was the most gay panic inducing for you?
Tattoo for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a preference?
Yeah, it's a song called She's So High. And it's like basically just worshiping a woman. Like she's out of my league is what the song is saying. And that one made me feel some things in places. Second, I would say that came second to the wink. That for me, there's no surpassing, I like my girls a little bit older. Wink.
Wink. Someone did request as well in America a Gay for Kelly Clarkson t-shirt after that, and they sent me the picture of them wearing it. And then someone in England last week was like, please can you make them for the English? So they are on the website if you want a Gay for Kelly Clarkson t-shirt, go grab one. It's sohilarious.com.
I might need one of those too.
So this is part of the episode where we answer your questions. So do send in your questions to us. You can DM us through Instagram at thatssosapphicpod, and you can email us at thatssosapphicpodcast@gmail.com. So what have you got in the inbox this week?
I got one I got two questions I actually really like. Okay. One is, can a lesbian over 45 find love? Oh. And I'm like, are you not? I mean, I say this with so much love and compassion, and like, I love whoever sent this. Do you not watch our content?
Yeah.
Like it's basically all women over 45 that we're simping over.
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah. And I can't remember the last time. Well, yes, I would say 90% of the women that I've dated that have been over 45. So if that answers the question.
That answers the question. Of course, you can find love at any time in your life, but the one person you do have to love first is yourself.
Yes. Let's all just take a deep breath and embrace that. Oh, okay. The other question is so me, and like I love that this was okay. It's like a two-parter. Number one, what Broadway actress do you think is the most underrated? And number two, who are your Broadway actress crushes?
Oh, this is perfect for you. Yeah. Everyone get ready. This is going to take 2 hours.
Yes. Okay, first part of the question. I would say, honestly, even if you're more of a household name, like a Kristen Chenoweth or a Sutton Foster, every Broadway performer is underrated because of what they do 8 shows a week. It's Olympic athlete level
Grueling.
ability.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So anybody who performs on Broadway is underrated, in my opinion. Second part of the question, who are my crushes?
Here we go.
I think these need to go. they would need to go into categories because there's one category, do they know it?
Yeah.
And the second category, do they not know it?
Okay.
So the ones that know it, I would say, are the ones that I've posted content with, which would be Kristen Chenoweth. She's so in on it. Icon. She's so aware of it. If you look at my comments and my likes, she is very much in there, which I love. She's one of my favorite human beings of all time. I grew up loving her. She was one of my, teenage hyperfixations. Like, I was in love with her. I'm still in love with her. Jennifer Samard, who I think you just liked one of the video I did with her.
Yeah.
That collab. Yeah, I think I just saw you liked that on TikTok today.
Yeah.
Well, Jennifer Samard has been doing some things to the lesbians, especially the theater lesbians. She knows what she's doing. I'm just going to leave it at that. Go and look at her content. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we did a collab that sort of teased at that, and it did really well. And she's incredible. She's currently in Death Becomes Her on Broadway, and she's just magnificent. So I'm pretty sure she's aware. She walked into it herself. Eden Espinosa is one of my friends. She's genius. She played a Sapphic role on Broadway in Lempicka. She also played Maureen in Rent. She's, one of the very few women on Broadway that have played multiple Sapphic roles. So love her. And then the ones that don't know it, I'll keep that a secret.
Okay.
You can guess. I'll DMs are open. You can guess who my other big crushes are that might not be aware of it yet.
Okay. My question to you: how many Broadway actresses have you dated?
You went there.
Why not?
You went there.
Because you did mention on a previous episode that you are surrounded by these amazing women.
I am. I'm a producer. I've produced shows on Broadway. So yeah, it's my community, like it's sort of where theater and queerness come together, and it's beautiful. I will say I've never dated somebody who I've been on a show with. I would never cross that line. But as far as Broadway actresses I have dated, I think just 2. Okay. I think just 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's private as well. So we'll give you some secrets on this podcast, but we're not giving you everything.
No.
Maybe one day when Alexi's had a few wines.
Yeah, just coffee right now.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a question. What things when you are dating someone give you the ick? And do you get the ick being a lesbian? Because I know, because I've dated men, that I very, very easily got the ick. And that should have been a big clue in lesbian relationships. Is there anything you're like, ugh, no?
Do you want to answer first? Like if there's anything that would give you the ick, or if there's anything
I've been thinking about it, and I think when someone doesn't look after themselves health-wise, eat well, drink water, and then complains about it, I just find that really, I kind of pull back.
You're doing it to yourself. Yeah.
And there was one time there was a woman I was getting to know, and she just didn't really have common sense for things like the weather. She wouldn't wear clothes to match the weather, and then she would complain about how cold she was, and I'm thinking, well, why have you put ankle socks on when you obviously need knee? And for me, I'm just like, I need someone with common sense.
Those are very specific things. I love it.
Yeah, but it was kind of interesting. So there's a few other little things as well, but
yeah. I think mine would be things that I've learned over time the hard way, which is if somebody's words aren't matching their actions.
Yes.
Which is it's hard. It's really hard to, I guess, gauge that, because it's a learning thing, it's like, it would be so nice if somebody just said words and you were like, oh, I can believe those words.
Yeah.
That's apparently not really like human psychology, and it sucks. But sometimes you're just like, oh, okay, they're saying this, but they're really not giving me that, or they're not showing me that. So yeah, if something in their energy is not aligning in that way, like it should give you the ick. And it took me a while to really be like, oh, that is really unattractive. Yeah.
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 People who
So that
lie
would be
as well, liars. Like, I've had this with friends. I've had to cut off so many friends because I found out they've lied about something, and I just don't have
yeah.
time for liars. I'm like, no.
That's the thing, though. You have to catch them in the lie.
Yeah. Yeah. The common sense thing of just like, if you can't look after yourself, how do you, like, I'm not going to look after you. I'm not your mother. Like, have,
Yes.
like, just basic common sense of things. And I think as well, like someone who is quite tight and not generous, I think I've discussed this with you because I've been like, oh, if you're in a lesbian relationship, like who gets the bill? I think we had that conversation once when we were chatting, who gets the bill.
Yeah.
And whether it is an issue with, because I know with males, it can vary. You either get split or they pay. But I've been out with a lot of tight men. I think that's my... because it's on my list of like icky things.
How are we defining the word tight? Because I think in America we don't use it the same way.
Yeah, I think it's like a Northern England word. It just like tight with your money, keeping a grip on your money.
Okay.
When you've got money and you could be generous, but you're not. I think we're both quite generous people, so I think that can get taken advantage of sometimes. I've even had it with one woman as well, where it's like, oh, I guess I'm getting the tea again. I guess I'm paying for this meal again. And it doesn't,
It's hard. It's hard when you're a generous person, for sure.
Yeah.
I've run into that many times, and it just gets to be almost like, and this is me taking accountability for my own part in it, but it's just like, it gets to be habit where I'm like, oh, and then I'll look back and be like, I literally paid for everything for a whole 2 months. What was that? You know?
Yeah. The Americans, use the word tight. It means like tight grip on your money and your purse. They're so tight. Yeah. What does it mean in America? Does it just mean fit? Or does it mean like close?
Well, yeah, it can be like something is tight fitting or whatever, but then also, like a tight ass.
Yeah, tight ass. Yeah. I needed to add ass to it. Ass.
Yep.
Amazing.
I guess it could also be a tight ass, like as a compliment.
Yeah, as a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah. I did just use my hands to demonstrate. We're gonna
it's not a question, but I did have a bit of extra information from our last Gillian part 2 episode that we did. I did some follow-up because we were talking about the blouse, and I researched the wardrobe department to see if they did win any awards. I don't think they did, but what was interesting is they had a Irish wardrobe designer designed series 1 and 2, and then they had a different wardrobe person for series 3.
Oh, that makes sense because you said the blouses kind of went away. Yeah.
And I was trying to find her website to email her to ask her about it. But she's on LinkedIn. I haven't got LinkedIn. Do you have LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Yeah. So we need to follow that up. That's going to be ongoing till we get some answers. If we could interview her for the podcast, could you imagine how great that would be?
I think we should. I mean, that would be the most, that would go more viral than if we had Gillian herself on. Like
exactly. It would. So listeners, that is something I am researching. We're doing the work behind the scenes for you to get the answers that we all want. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed our Kelly episode. Do get in touch on Spotify. You can watch this podcast and you can also leave comments as well. We've had loads of really nice comments left so far, and I'm the one who answers them with a little smiley face. So thank you for that. Again, if you want to ask us any questions about anything, you can go through our Instagram. We love hearing from you, so do that. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok as well.
You can find me at the Alexi Melvin on both Instagram and TikTok.
And I'm Jane Does Comedy, not Jane Does Comedy. Someone thought my name was Jane Doe in Edinburgh. So I'm coming on stage as an unidentified corpse. No, it's Jane Does Comedy.
That should be the name of one of your upcoming shows.
Unidentified corpse.
That or Jane Doe's comedy.
Oh gosh, but yeah, this Jane does comedy. Yeah, watch our reels. I'm back from Edinburgh. I have to get back into what is trending with the Sapphics at the moment. It's Aubrey and Margaret for Honey
And there's
Don't.
that new, Honey Don't. And then there's that new trailer that I reacted to that it's called Hedda, and it's
Oh,
with Tessa Thompson and
oh,
Nina Haas. And it's like a modern, I think, reimagining of the play Hedda Gabler. And
oh!
even in the trailer, there's some sapphic interaction, and it really did some things to me. So I am
There's a
very,
little
very
bit
excited.
of like bust heaving. You know that act, that, like
Because
that. I did that so well. I didn't know I could do that. Must be from being English. It's in my genes. The
yeah,
heaving bosom, like
I
across the
can't do
room.
that. I can't do that. But yes,
You'll be regretting
that,
this if you haven't got video, because I just nailed it. Alexi's having a meltdown.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to
Neither
go
was
that direction.
I don't know where it
Yeah.
came from.
But it's correct. I wasn't
Yeah.
exactly thinking of that. But yes. And then they tease at a kiss and things like that. So anyway,
Mm.
the chemistry there, I'm very excited about. Yes.
Yeah. And are you going to watch Honey Don't? I think I'm going to wait till it comes out and I can watch it on my own TV because I don't think I can be around cinema people.
That is a question. That is a
Mm.
question because I've seen people on TikTok saying, "Yeah, maybe don't watch it with other people,
Yeah.
but also go and support it." So it's like I can't do both.
One
I
or
don't
the
know.
other.
Maybe I'll go at like an off hour or something.
Yeah, maybe we should try and watch it at similar times and then we can do a podcast about it.
Yeah, yeah,
Someone give it a bad review and I'm like, oh, don't. Just let us have something. Just let us have
yeah.
it. Even if it's a little moment, just let us have it.
I'm sure it's great.
I think we all know what the moment is. We've all heard what that moment is, but yeah.
There's a couple moments. Yeah.
Okay. Then get ready for that. So yeah. Thank you for listening, and we're gonna be back with another exciting episode very soon. Us and the pickles. So we will talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.
Ain't it wild how a power suit can ruin your life? Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Trust no man. Kate said try women instead. She wasn't out, but she was loud, and now we're saying it proud. That's so sapphic. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the cannon forgot all the tension, all the heat, all the